what I've learned. The best of the best have got the following.
What's your goal for the next 6 months?
There comes a time when you sit down and make a decision to say, that's it. I no longer want to be ordinary. I want to be extraordinary. And the decision to go pro is one of the biggest decisions you'll make in real estate. Let's meet Piers van Hamburg. He made that decision. He's writing $2 million a year.
The first thing I want to touch on is probably the most important thing we're going to talk about. And you said to me off air, Tom, this was the game changer.
Yeah.
What was that game changer?
Well, look, it was back in 2003. I'd actually been in the industry for 6 years. I'd had moderate success, and I got to a point where I thought, look, if I'm going to be working on Saturdays and putting in all the effort that real estate takes, I really want to do it well. I made the decision back then that I wanted to be one of the best agents in my area, and I made the decision to go pro.
Go pro. So I mean, that's an interesting term, because going pro means that you're having this mental shift, Piers, that you're going to be the best possible person at this job. Okay, are you strong closer?
Yeah, look, Tom, sometimes you do need to close, and it's having that flexibility. I had one recently where I looked the lady in the eyes and I said, Mrs. Jones, look, if I miss out on your listing, as you know, I live around the corner and my girl goes to Queenwood, which is just down here. I drive down your street every single day. And I said, if I miss out on your business, Mrs. Jones, I'm going to have to drive the long way around and not go past your house. So look, I want your house more than anything. I closed it that way. So look, sometimes I think you need to have that hard conversation. You look them in the eyes and say, Mrs. Jones, what do I need to do? I really want your house.
Okay, so it's the ability to be what, you know,
to read the play.
To read the play.
To read the play, yeah.
To read the play, and to be soft but hard at the same time.
100%.
Like, but empathetic, but still get to the crux.
100%, yeah. Because you know something, if you can't, they want you to be like that. They don't want a weak real estate agent. I've heard people actually. I've taken the business off another agent, and they say, you know, that agent such and such, he's such a nice guy. I really, really like him. But I just don't know if he's a good real estate agent.
So they want to close.
Yeah, they want to be closed.
Yeah.
Because you've got to close the buyer on their house.
Yeah.
So, look, you can be a nice person and do it in a nice way, but you do need to close and be hard at the right time.
If Piers van Hamburg was talking to Piers van Hamburg, you know, 20 years ago, or, you know, when you first got into real estate, what are the things that you would make sure that you nailed in your real estate life now that you got a 20-year history behind you?
That's given you a test drive of Real Estate Gym. Let me tell you, if you're a subscriber and a member of the gym, you'll be getting videos from our co-coaches all the time. You'll be getting mentors, you'll be getting scripts, you'll be getting dialogues, you'll be getting templates, and most importantly, My Prospector, your personal accountability system to make more calls, get more appointments, get more listings. From around $10 per week, realestategym.com.au, your personal coach.